I'm joined by former Arizona Governor Jan Brewer here, who saw this. I think it was back in February of 2016, Governor, where you were one of the earliest so-called establishment figures, if it were, to say, yeah, I like this guy. And now here is Donald Trump on the verge of becoming President of the United States. What do you think?
It is so exciting, and the atmosphere out there in D.C. today and last night, there's just euphoria just everywhere. Everybody is just really pumped up that change is on its way.
What do you think, Governor, of all these, I think 68 by last count, congressmen and women who are not attending the inauguration?
I think it's disgusting and disturbing. You know, we're all Americans, and tomorrow we're having an inaugural for America, and it would seem to me that they would be there to see that peaceful transfer of power. It's just so disappointing to me and to others. It's disrespectful, for one thing, I can't understand it.
You know, I know you and I have gotten into this before, but are these events, inaugurations, it's as much to honor the institution of the presidency than the president. People always snap pictures in front of the White House, not so much because of who's in the White House, but it's the White House.
We've all taken pictures in front of the White House,
right.
You know, for years and years and years, and you're absolutely right. And why we have people out there that don't want to participate in America when they say they are Americans, it just blows my mind.
Or Donald Trump, Melania Trump. This is a full turn of events from something that seemed unthinkable. I always remember when he descended that escalator at the Trump Tower, and a lot of people think, well, this is rather curious. And here he is descending steps from a plane that will soon be Air Force One, that will soon be recognizing, of course, any plane that the president travels in will be Air Force One, but all the stuff that accompanies being President of the United States, and it will be Donald Trump's. Tomorrow morning, of course, all of this will kick off. He'll have a mass in town. He will be meeting with the President of the United States and his wife. They have that famous tea at the White House. How do you think, Governor, this is all going? Besides these 68 or so Democrats who aren't going, the Obamas themselves have been very gracious. That keeps with historical precedent. Do you see that continuing?
I think that, you know, there's always going to be a rocky road moving forward, but hopefully it will at least allow us to have this one day all together collectively. Everybody's not going to agree, but Donald Trump is going to make such a huge difference in America, I believe. And I believe from the beginning that he will bring our country together. He will be good for America. He will secure our borders. He will bring back the economy. He'll lower our taxes. I am just so pumped up about tomorrow to see this change taking place.
Now, as a governor in your own right, I mean, people watch you very closely. When you first stepped into office, I mean, you were like a Energizer Bunny, right? I mean, so appearances count for a lot, getting a lot done. I mean, it was from the FDR days that we first tracked the first 100 days, right? But now it seems like we track the first 100 hours. So I'm wondering, like, there's talk that he's going to sign a lot of executive orders, essentially undoing Barack Obama's executive orders. What do you expect to see? What do you think we should see?
Well, I'm looking forward to see some of those executive orders that were enacted by President Obama unconstitutionally, in my opinion.
Like what? The ones particularly?
DACA, DAPA,
right.
Those kinds of things. They've got the people of America in an outrage, and to see that change. And I hope that he issues some executive orders under the new power of our country. So I'm anxiously awaiting for all this to take place tomorrow to see which direction are we going to go. Donald Trump is going to deliver the goods. He's going to make America great again.
You know, there are a lot of high expectations for him, but a lot of people have already said they're going to challenge him on a lot of these policies. They're going to use the fact that going in, he's a controversial figure, that he doesn't have as high approval ratings of other presidents coming in. We should point out that normally those that don't, of course his are especially low given the nature of this campaign, end up being pretty effective presidents. But leaving that aside, how do you think he works with the other side, especially Democrats who don't much like him personally and feel that, you know, he's going to be very tough to work with? What does he do?
Well, I know that Mr. Trump, our President-elect Trump, is willing to work with whomever that can work with him and together make America great again. You know, we've had so much division in our country for the last 8 years. I mean, it's just been absolutely downhill. So divided, so divided. And in politics, you have to make compromise. You have to make things work.
Do you think he'll be a compromiser in that sense, then, Governor? Because I don't think he neatly fits into a Republican label or a Democratic label, which probably explains his election. And he seems very pragmatic. Some have expressed concern in the business community. We like his idea of cutting back on taxes and regulations, yet we don't like the fact that he polices where we hire our people or don't hire our people. How do you think all that's going to work out?
I think that given the landscape, that it is going to work out. I just have faith in it. I think that people want change and they want to see him do the things that he has promised that he's going to do. And he will bring people on. We're already seeing it, and he hasn't even been sworn in yet.